Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my third edition of the games I'm looking forward to. But as you've likely noticed the title, this time around we're going back to 5 just like we did in 2016, because just like then, there aren't as many exciting games to look forward to. Also, I will not include games I already talked about in an anticipated games list unless I actually have something new to talk about. So with that said, let's get started. It's true, I'm looking forward to Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but not as much as you'd think a game making the list would do. I just needed to have a space filler on the list. I mean, let's face it, the first generation has not aged well. And even Fire Red and Leaf Green left some things to be desired, such as the clock system, different Pokeballs aside from the original 4, or actually having faceable Hoenn Pokemon without trading. This will probably not have all 3 of the things I'm asking for, but at least now we have another chance. And I am very excited to see Kanto forms. I wonder what kind of cool Kanto forms we'll get in this game. Hopefully we get some that are Ghost and Dragon Pokemon so that there's not just Gengar and Dragonite. I hope we also get some evolutions of classic Pokemon in the Kanto decks, like how we did in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. But I'm definitely going to agree with the fans that the catching system looks terrible. I want to actually fight Pokemon to raise my chances of catching them, and have more ways to train. But I've heard this isn't going to be the new formula and this is only a spin-off. But I'm going to regret looking forward to them if they do make this the new formula. And also, when this comes out, I bet I'll still doing everything wrong with Fire and Leaf Green instead of this, because I'd have more fun doing that one. Either way, I wonder if Misha's going to play this game every day like he does with Pokemon Go. There's not much to talk about when you're doing an entry on a Fire Emblem game you're looking forward to. I'm mainly looking forward to this game because it's a Fire Emblem adventure. What I love about the Fire Emblem series is how they usually have amazing music and very enjoyable characters. There is one thing I can bring up though. This is the best looking traditional Fire Emblem game we've gotten since the Radiance games. You can even get troops to assist you during combat? Sign me up for this war! This will feel even more like a real war, and hopefully it's not like the blank Toads in Paper Mario Color Splash, in which it would be interesting at first but eventually loses its luster. I hope we can have custom characters again, because if so, then I'll be able to be with a waifu again. I mean, feel like I really have friends that stick by me again. Let's just get to the next entry before too many people give me weird looks. I want us to get another Sonic and Sega All-Stars racing game. Well, we have good news and bad news. The good news is that it seems like we have a new game that's going to be like it. The bad news is that it's only a Sonic racing game. So no Knights or Billy Hatcher or any of those characters. But I guess it's better than not getting one at all. Sonic's games have been hit or miss in the past few years. I liked Lost World, but Rise of Lyric was a disaster, and Forces was only a guilty pleasure. It makes me wonder why Team Sonic Racing is at the number 3 spot. Maybe it's because the last Sonic racing game was good that gives me high hopes for this game. I hope some of the levels change on different laps like they did in Transformed. I hope our vehicles can transform like in that game. But I do know one thing, the game looks gorgeous. If this game is as good as I expect it to be, it'll easily be the only Sonic game since Lost World that I can legitimately call awesome. Yeah, I know, Kingdom Hearts 3 was on the previous 2 lists as well. Don't worry people, since we know it's releasing early next year, this will be the last time I talk about it on an anticipated games list. Unless of course it gets delayed again. So ever since last year, we got a couple new worlds confirmed, such as a Monsters Inc. world. That looks like it'll be cool. I hope we can travel through the doors to get to the human world like in the movie. I hope we get to fight Randall. And it looks like Pirates of the Caribbean is also confirmed, even though they promised that Hercules would be the only returning world. But the underwater segments look neat. And we might be able to fight the Lava and Typhoon Titans like I was hoping. But it looks like there won't be a Wreck-It Ralph world though, since he's only in as a summon. That's such a letdown. That was my second most wanted world for this game. Then again, it's the same world that's going to reenact the Emoji Movie. Wait, someone's whispering something to me. What's that? Frozen was confirmed? Guys, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go run a marathon. Yes! Frozen is in Kingdom Hearts 3! I've been waiting a long time for this! Yeah, if you know me by now, my reaction probably won't be that much of a surprise to you. Being able to see my favorite movie of all time as a world in one of my favorite video game franchises is going to rock. Now, ordinarily, I'd have a hard time deciding what would be better between this and the actual #1 spot. But there is one thing holding this game back. This might contain spoilers if it might be true, so skip to the following time frame if you don't want anything spoiled. This game is making it look like Kairi will end up dumping Sora, the guy who she's known for as long as she can remember, for Axel, a guy who's like 9 years older than her. It'll be just like Hermione marrying Ron instead of Harry, except probably even worse. I really hope Nomura's not that stupid. But nevertheless, I'm super excited for this adventure. Before I get to number 1, here are some honorable mentions. Super Mario Party. I'd prefer it if it was in the formula of Mario Party 9, since mini-stars actually feel like better rewards than coins, since coins won't do much good if you couldn't reach the star. But at least they're listening to their fans. That's something. Mega Man 11. It's not on here because I'm not convinced it'll feel innovative enough considering the past games, but it looks like it's trying to innovate. At least they brought back the charge ability. Bowser's Inside Story DX. I'm partially getting it so I can do an everything wrong with this game's remake instead of the original Bowser's Inside Story, so it'll be a more relevant video. And if Superstar Saga DX is anything to go by, I bet I'll love this game a lot more than the DS version. Though I'm still dreading Bowser Jr.'s Journey side mode. Duh! What else could it be? Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is my most anticipated game. What can I possibly bring up that no one's talked about? Of course, we get to see everyone who's ever been playable in Smash Bros., such as Mega Man, Ice Climbers, and Wolf, and Wii Fit Trainer, and Pichu. Well, I guess bringing them back is better than not bringing back the awesome Pokemon Trainer and continuing to leave Snake out in those great codex. Now let's just hope that Snake's codex on the newcomers don't pull a Palutena's guidance on us, and not have codex that weren't in Brawl. Also, now we have nearly every stage that's been playable in the whole series, so that means we have so many possibilities. But it looks like we're getting every character and stage confirmed before the game comes out. What a letdown. And it seems like every stage has been revealed to us already, but then again, Sakurai already said that only one more non-Echo Fighter would get in, and yet we got Simon and King K. Rool, so let's hope that we get more surprises. Like Frozen DK Island, Green Gardens, or Aether Paradise. Please bring us Aether Paradise, and have Lucimine's battle theme be one of the songs in it. As for the characters, well, I talked about them in my last countdown, but it looks like we got some info on some of them. Dark Samus is an Echo Fighter, but unfortunately Shovel Knight is an assist trophy. Darn. Oh yeah, and Waluigi was also deconfirmed, but I don't care because he's overrated. And it turns out there's another remote in this game. I really hope it's what I think it is. I hope they'll also fix the stage builder and target test, because I am so hyped for this game. And unlike Nomura, Sakurai doesn't seem like a stupid person. I mean, he's done a few stupid things before, but not as bad as Nomura has. I bet we can all agree that it'll likely be the best game of the year, probably even the best game ever. I am at a 5 to 7 a second, and I cannot wait to play this game.